say hello to all of you. And in the spirit of talking about history, I would like to share with you some of my personal history. I would like to share with you my remembrances of Christmas 1946. Thanks. He did say, that's a good memory. Yeah, I was 5 years old at the time. And I would like to share with you what a Christmas looked like in our house. Yes, and there were 7 of us, Mom and Dad, and 3 boys and 2 girls. And we were a musical family. I'd like to start describing that family to you, just a little bit of each one. My baby sister Carolyn, a year and a half younger than I. She was one that was very concerned about our pattern. She figured if Santa Claus had come through the night and left those presents, there's no reason why we shouldn't get up at 4 o'clock and go open them. She tried that, and Mom and Dad sent her back to bed. We'll wait at least until the sun comes up, my dear. My sister still holds that in her heart as being very wrong. I was the next in line going up, and I tried my hand at piano and the trumpet and the brass baritone, and found out that the instrument that I played best was my voice. So I left those 2 others. And my brother Calvin sang. He was a tenor, and my sister Carolyn and I wished that he sang tenor 12 miles away. My sister Virgie, she was the one with the long hair and went down to her knees, and she was extremely musical. She played the piano and still does to this day. She played the piano for a Holman Methodist Church. She sang in a girl trio. And I was stunned to find out when I went to her high school graduation that she also played the string stand-up bass. So at Christmas time, we got around the piano. We had a little stand-up piano, looked a lot like that church over there. And she played the songs. We did the, Jingle Bells and Silent Nights, and we sounded pretty good. I thought everybody sang like that. And then my older brother, George, we called him Sonny. He was extremely athletic. He set the LA City school record for the long jump when he was in high school, and that lasted for about 30 years. And he played tennis, and he went to the Olympics in 1952 as the representative of the United States in the long jump. He did what they called crow hopping in that days. He did it 3 consecutive times, and they had a full-page picture of him in the magazine Look, of him laying in the sand crying. But for Christmas, which happened some years before that, he sang. And he tells me that he was in the marching band at Jordan High School and in a chorus. I had no memories of that, but I'll take him at his word. My mother was a fine soprano, and she also was the family doctor, nurse. She was chief of the laundry. We did laundry every Saturday. We had one of those old washing machines with the thing in it, with the wringer that you had to put the clothes into the basin, and then rinse them, and then run them back through the wringer. And then we took them out to the backyard and hung them on the line. There were 7 of us. There was a lot of laundry work on Saturdays. And she also was the gossip center of the area, at least with her girlfriends. Daily, there were conversations about what was happening in the house. And then there was my dad. He played the field. And came home sometimes. But he was our cook. He would cut the turkey on Christmas Day. and we would have a lovely table on that day. And for our tree, we would go shopping for the tree on Christmas Eve. And we'd bring it in, and we'd string it up with strung popcorn, the tinsel. That's right, we didn't eat the lentils at that time. No, the tinsel. And we had those string of lights. You know that every year when you strung them up, there would be one that was out, and if one was out, they were all out. And so you'd have to go through every year to find out which one was the one that was out, because they were all painted. And we put some flock on the tree, and we had the large bulbs. So we had a pretty nice tree, and my parents never put out the presents until all the children were put to sleep. And they would complete their construction and whatever, and in the morning, the presents would magically be there. And one time I asked my mom, but Mom, the stories say that Santa comes through the chimney. We don't have a chimney. She says, oh, he's magical. He can get real small and come through the doorknob, through the keyhole. But the bag, Mom, the bag, okay. So, indeed, it was a magical time. It was a lovely time. They even made skates in those days that were adjustable, but they were independent of the shoe. And you could change the size of the skates by unloosening and pulling them back and forth. And once you put them on, you had shoes that actually had soles on them. And you had to put the size of the skate to the shoe, and then you had to tighten the sides to hold it onto the shoe. And when you wore down the skates and you took them off and got a couple of pieces of 2x4 and put them together, and you made your own skateboard. And in the kitchen, we had a wood-burning stove, and we had what was known then as an ice box. The iceman came down with a horse-drawn cart once a week, and you either got 25 pounds or 50 pounds. And of course you needed the drip pan underneath the ice box because the ice would melt. And that went out the back door. Hopefully nobody was standing there at that moment. And we just had a warm and cozy time around our house at Christmas time. I had fond hopes that I would get a brand new bicycle year after year. And when I come back to complete this little walk down memory lane, we'll tell you about that bicycle.